I might have a small, but you know what else I have? Great breakfast.
I was just telling you, see the concept in my studio here, and you asked did I pick cotton, and I told you, yeah, I was born on a plantation in Alabama, right outside of Montgomery, under the Jim Crow laws. I grew up under those laws, and you stunned.
I was because uh, if I went by our last interview, it sounded like you did not have any exposure to any negativity of being a black person. That's what it sounded like to me with the defending of everything that's going on in this country. Like there was not one thing you said that white people, racist white, and be very clear, racist white people have ever done. And that's what it sounded like before. So to see this and to see the sign, I'm a little stunned. I didn't know you picked cotton. I give you props for coming up out of that because I was never around that. So I'll give you nothing but credit for coming up out of that.
What and twice a year the boys would be taken out of school to plant the crop and then to harvest to bring it in.
Right.
And so, what do you imagine that life was like? What do you think was going on back then?
I don't see anything good coming out of it. I see you forcing people, families, kids, women, to do something that they didn't want to do, all for the betterment of someone else, and it basically helped build this country. Like that's a fact.
But
Like
where do you get that impression from?
history.
Uh,
This is all historical. This is all stuff you can look up.
why? So you think?
So wait, let me ask you something.
You
Who did you
believe-
pick cotton for?
you
Did you
believe-
pick cotton for yourself?
No,
Who'd you pick it for?
for the people that own the plantation.
On the plantation, right? So,
yeah.
so did you get a portion? Did you get a portion of the proceeds from
We got
the?
paid and everything.
No, I was saying, did you get paid a fair amount for the cotton that you picked and helped building in the industrial complex of all that? Did you get
No,
paid?
I did not. I did not.
So
No.
you picked cotton for somebody else.
Right.
Okay, all right.
They were the boss. I was an employee.
right.
Just-
Employee.
Yeah. Just like
we brought a lot of employees over from Africa, yo.
just like the people who work for me now don't get a portion of the company's money. They get paid for performing a job, but they don't get the portion of the money.
But they can also leave when they want to leave.
And we can leave when we want to leave. And
No, you couldn't.
Yes, you could.
No,
Look.
no, don't do
Oh,
not
let me
do
ask
not
you,
tell me now
why
the
do you think
slaves
that?
could leave whenever they wanted to leave.
Why do you think that?
You talking about between the lynchings, getting their feet cut off, between the rapes, the beatings, the
Why do you
slave
think
hunters,
that-
all that.
Why do you think that during the time that I was growing up, under the Jim Crow laws, because there was no slavery at that time, why do you think blacks couldn't leave the plantation when they wanted to?
Because they weren't able. You tell me a slave person. Tell me a slave that who said, okay, you know what, I'm out of here. I don't feel like being a slave anymore. I'm out.
So when
No, but I'm saying, do they exist? Does any slave exist that said, you know what, like Harriet Tubman? Let's just say Harriet Tubman for an example, right? So Harriet Tubman basically was like, all right, you guys, let's not use the Underground Railroad. Let's just walk out and go down the freeway, and we're good.
But when I was growing up, there was no slavery. Slavery was over with.
There's always been slavery. What are you talking about?
That's not true. And if that's true, why is it that's amazing that you think that? I didn't know you thought that.
Or what?
So you think when I was growing up under the Jim Crow law, there was
Are you saying you specifically
Right.
had the right to leave?
Uh-huh.
You specifically
No,
did.
any black can
No.
leave.
No.
So then why did every summer my uncles would leave and go to Florida and visit, or New York, or wherever they wanted to hang out for the summer?
Again, are you telling
and
me?
when my family finished high school, they moved up north to Chicago.
And so, are you telling
Or
me?
Indiana.
So you're telling me that according to your
And
direct
everybody
connection.
around me, everybody I knew.
So again, a yes or no answer. You're telling me that slaves had the right to leave. Just that's a yes